start the next one. The Gigi situation. I pray this eve finds you well, Artorias, or at least better than it finds me. It seems I have no choice but to seek out Inspector and convince him to surrender up his Mammet to me. To us unearthed under most suspicious circumstances, after all, and who can say what secrets or heresy it might hold. Therefore, the Inquisition would conduct a thorough inspection, and if it needs must, destroy it. Given his affinity for the contraption, I fear the Inspector might be unable to my request. Nevertheless, he must be made to see that it is the interest of the public safety. Would you be willing to help me persuade him? I guess. I doubt it will be any fruition. I doubt it will work. Fury be praised. At least you have seen reason. Let's pray he as well. I give to understand that while the Inspector and his assistant has been wandering all over the city with a Mammet in tow, they often frequent the gazebo near Foreign Step Manor. With any luck, they will be there now. Alright, back to the manor. Verily shall we scour all creations, from the deepest pit of the seven hell to the very pinnacle of the heavens. For the answers we seek, every day shall be filled with grand adventures, the stuff of fairies, tales, and legends. Huzzah! A grand adventure! The deepest pit of the seven hells. Just so, such is the creed of the Hildibrand, agent of Inquisitivity, Inspector Extraordinaire. God damn it, you're mimicking him. Well posed, Gigi. Well posed. I dare say you have the potential to be a expeditionary inspector someday. Right, that's enough of that. By virtue of the authority vested upon me by the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of the Holonic Inquisitivity Doctrine, I hereby command you to surrender that Mammet of suspected heretical origins into my custody. Why, hello there, Artorias and the Inquisitor Quio. Ever the jester, accusing a poor Gigi of being a clockwork heretic, when it is plain to see that he is merely a precious young lad. Oh, there you go again, confusing the poor girl, as if those big, beauty boxy eyes aren't the souls of femininity. Nashu, please, we are not the witness to a magnificent display of Mandevillian masculinity mere moments ago? That's just you haven't taught her any better. She needs a proper role model to show her what she wants. Of course, now she has to do that pose. Mistress Pendragon, Inspector Krill, what is all this commotion? I can hear you in front of the courtyard. Oh, hi. Oh, Lord Edmont, my serious apologies for the disturbance. I am come to seize this mark on behalf of the Inquisition, a fact which I clearly explained to the Inspector before we arrived. At which point they set bickering about the contraption's gender. What do you say, my lord? Do you think Gigi is a boy or girl? I say boy. He's clearly a strapping young lad, no? Of course. Of course. Fury, take me. Not you too. Has the whole world gone mad? Fine, fine. But even suppose this Gigi is a real boy, you cannot deny the circumstances of his discovery and Macarius resuscitation, there we go, were most unusual. He cannot be suffered to roam the city with impurity until the Inquisition has determined he is not a threat. I beg your pardon, Macarius resuscitation? Well, Hildibrand did something and he became alive. I see. Then, until such time as Gigi recovers his memory, mayhap it would be best if you adopt him as a ward of House Mandeville. I would even stand as witness here and now, if you wish. It's like, adopt? Then that would make me Gigi's father. Doubtless in the Inquisition would take better of taking any action which might threaten the cordial relationship between our two houses. Yes, of course. I'll do it. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, dare hereby grant this child the patronage of House Mandeville. Papa, Hildy! Papa, Hildy! Oh boy. Oh boy. The inspector finally became a father. Sniff. It's so beautiful. Quite. Ahem. Now that you need no longer fear the Inquisition, you are free to show Gigi more of our fair city. Indeed, I strongly encourage you to do so. Mayhap, by the graces of the Fury, something will jog his memory. Thank you, Lord Edmond. I shall not forget this kindness. Come, my faithful assistant. Oh, my beloved son. We must away. Alright, so what time is it now? Still quite early. Oh, Halone, I will not presume to question your grand design, but confound it all. Well, mayhap I cannot attain the Mammet, but I'm still within my rights to observe the blasted thing. Lord Gilbert will be pleased to hear that his son is in a whole and healthy as ever. Now that I would ever presume to meddle in another father's behalf, and certainly not without consent. Well, onward to wherever he's gonna be showing a Gigi around, and Hildibrand being a dad? That's one thing I cannot think of. Alright, so let's go down here first. Hum. Come now, Gigi. Surely gazing upon this wonderful work of Inskarian architecture stirs something within your soul. This grand manor of House Duran, House Duran? Molten whatever that thing is. Pray do not fill the boy the Mammet's head with such nonsense. That is the supreme sacred tribunal of Harlonic Inquisitory doctrine. I should know. I work there. Furthermore, I am quite certain that there is no house and that is rather a numerous protometu of the four high houses, including the esteemed house which but reluctantly stood as witness to your adoption. Well, Gigi, do you remember anything? No, nothing. I say, rather than parading him before the grandiose, why not give him a taste of something more prosaic? Let's make our way to the holy stables that he might bask in the singular sight, sounds and smell of Ishgard's famous chocobos. Alright, next destination. Okay, foundation. Okay, let me go back. Which is the quickest way to get there is the question. And this place really looks familiar ever since when I used to do the Dark Knight quest line. Let's see where exactly I'm going. I'll steal McFire, okay. Let's see where exactly is this. Not down here. Splendid specimens of the horse bird flesh. Would you not agree? In the hands of a skilled jockey, any of them could take first place in the saucer. Those chocobos are the pride of the Ishgardian cavalry. Any temple knight who dares exploit them for personal gain will answer to the Fury himself. Herself. How about now, Gigi? Do you remember anything about Ishgard? Be sure to sniff the chocobos. It might help. Sniff, sniff? It didn't. You know, just because you found him in the Coerthas snowbank, it doesn't mean he hails from Ishgard. Which is why we might also try taking him to the markets and exposing him to all manners of good from across Eorzea. Excellent suggestion, Inquisitor. Wait, why am I complacent in this farce? Fury, forgive me. It's like, good job for helping him. It's like, ugh, god damn it all. But I want one. I want one. Buy me a chocobo. Please, father. Please don't tell me you want him to buy that thing. Father, a strange looking thing is staring at us. Gigi? Gigi? I am that strange looking? Aww, Gigi. Alright, so back to the Jewel Corsair. Ba-na-na-na. Why bother? It's no use. Now, Gigi, you must not give into despair so easily. Did I promise you days filled with grand adventure and the eventual discovery of your mislaid memories? Spirits, Gigi, spirits. Oh God, Hildibrand, you just done and goof again. Ugh. My word! A vase flung to the ground with reckless abandonment. Could this be the opening avowal of a indiscriminate campaign of vandalism? No, Hildy. You knock that vase, and when you knock that down, you better buy that. You break it, you buy it. One waged by your wild gesticulations, perhaps. At least, look before you strike a pose. The god only knows how much that vase cost. 123,504,000 gil at the last assessment. That was over 700 years old and graced the homes of a dozen archbishops. 80 count, 2 lord commanders and 1 duke. 100 million gil? Go. Oh Halon, why have you forsaken me? Wait, did you just fix that vase? Good damn. Well, would you look at that? No thanks for you breaking the damn thing. God damn it, be careful where you pose, man. It's a miracle, nay, divine intervention of the Fury herself. Did I do that? Gigi, my boy, that was marvelous. You're a born Arstian, just like your father. Papa, Hildy, Papa! Your grandpapa, Gulbert, the man who woke you up with a few gentle taps to your noggin. You wouldn't believe what else he can do with a hammer of his. Why, some folks say he wield the very powers of life and death. Since he can do all those stuff to Hildy earlier, I could probably believe that. Once he and the missus come back from their tour of the Western Highlands, I'm sure they'd love to see that trick of yours. Do not deem this Mammet power a mere parlor tricks. We just witness a miracle, and I demand that you all acknowledge it. That was a big 180 in his part. This Mammet? Sir, I say, sir, 100 million gil for the marmot. Nay, 100 million gil, and the Duke's priceless vase. My word, is this what you passes for trade in Ishgard? Gigi is my flesh and blood, and I will not sell him at any price. Please, Papa Hildy, no more. I know you mean well, but we can deny that the truth is I'm no longer a marmot or something. Though I am a marmot. Gigi, whatever got into you? You're my son. You're a Mandeville man. Or girl, because that's where her assistant kind to imply. Listen to your papa, Gigi. You're a Mandeville girl, true and true. Stop it, both of you. You're not my mama and papa. Or papa and mama. Aww. Well, it is only to be expected. Gigi is a rebellious age. Strange as it may sound, I too tested my parents' patience, and that on more than one occasion. But if they could weather the storm, so can I. I say we find out and got him I say we find out what got him thinking he's a marmot. But he is a marmot. How could you not? Oh, never mind. Okay. Measures of a marmot. The course of the fatherhood never did run smooth, but I, Hildibrand, guardian of the Gigi, doubting parent extraordinaire, shall find a way to overcome this trial and be recoding my beloved son. That's the spirit. Solving a simple case of childhood rebellion should be easy for a man whom unmasked thieves, defeated duelists, and led armies of the undead. Yes, that's all well. Wait, what is it about the undead? Actually, don't tell me. For now, all that matters is finding that marmot. We should begin by speaking with the sentry stationed at the city gates and the airship landing. If Fury helps us, he has left Ishgard. We need to know about it sooner or rather later. I will visit the Ark of the Worthy, while the inspector and assistant lead to the airship landing. We can question the guards at the gates near the manufactory. After which we will regroup there and share our findings. Dismiss. Okay, sounds like a plan. Okay, where's the landing again? Okay, same spot, so heading back to ferry. Oh, there he is. Little fellow with a winded green hat? Aye, he came through here, brought passage on a supply ship bound for the Falcon Nest. One of them was named Lalafels, right? Funny little boogers. Seems keen to be anywhere but here. Well, if Gigi left the city, it was not Well, if Gigi left the city, it was not by the main gate. And the sentries at the airship line had not seen no one matching his description. Falcon's Nest? Fury, take me. We must return to that freezing pit of despair? Whatsoever Gigi goes, I will follow him and find him, and embrace him as my son once more. However, I summarize our final destination lies far beyond the walls of said outpost. Indeed, there is one but reason he would return to those frozen wastes to frolic in the snow and cast his worries to the winds. Oh, Hildy, you sweet summer child. Really? He seems in no mood to frolic when I last saw him. As I recall, he used his arcane power to mend a vase, only to become morose and belligerent when it became clear to him that he was, in fact, a marmot. One might say he remembered what he was, remembered his purpose, and so he returned to Wasteland Coerthas, a famous breeding ground for heresy, when we first found him. Home to his Herrick master, to share with them the intelligence he had gathered on the city. Sniff, sniff. At long last, the undeniable, the unquestionable, the unmistakable scent of heresy. God damn this guy, he really likes heresy so much, why not he marry it? What? What are we standing here around here for? We have a heretic to catch. Inspector, I'm starting to think that the Inquisitor Cree might not think very highly of our little girl. It isn't possible, but I would not presume to know his feelings or his voice them explicitly. Until such time as he does, we should endeavor to surreptitiously bring him around to the opinion that Gigi is a boy of pure heart and good intent. Substitutely all things. Nashu, that is the Mandeville way. Okay. Okay, so go to Falcon's Nest. Ah, I knew it! The Marmot incredibly left out the outpost and looked to have headed north along the river. By the Fury, I cannot wait to finally catch him in the company of heretics. I don't like much your tone, Inquisitor. If our baby girl ran aloof with any heretics, she looks them square in the eyes and tells them she doesn't want any. Hey, Inspector, I think I just have one of those moments, you know, of insight. Maybe Gigi came here to find Lord Gilbert. I did tell her that her grandpapa might like to see that trick of hers. Brilliant deduction, Nashu. He must be eager to meet his grandparents. That's the self-same ones he renounced when he declared you were not his father. Ha ha ha! What a fine young gentleman, eager to explore his heritage. Let us make haste, my friends, for a reunion of 3 generations of Mandeville beckons. Okay, if you say so. I really cannot be bothered. Alright, so how far is this? Okay, it's not that far. Bum ba bum. Alright. Footsteps. The tracks continue to the north. Gee, what the hell? Did you just kill all these things? The Mammet lies motionless in the snow. Fragments of ice struck to its cap suggest the impact of something small and round, traveling at high speed. I'm pretty sure Hildibrand did something to him. Ugh, my head! Who? Oh, it's you! You followed me! Oh Gigi, if you want to have a snowball fight with your grandparents, you should at least have said so earlier. Papa Hildy was very worried, though he is glad to see you unharmed. You see, he was struck by a snowball, much like this stern books? These dead Stein box? Are you sure he isn't damaged? As if a mere blow to the head could fell our Gigi, we manuals are made of sterner stuff. I myself have been driven head first into the earth on no fewer than 2 dozen occasions, and I can vouch for that. Several times from this mom above, and my mind is no less brilliant for experience. It's like, this man. I expect the earth was no less brilliant for experience. There. Why are you nodding? Oh, he's behind me, isn't he? What good fortune to cross paths with you, lost so far from civilization. Forgive me for not taking notice earlier. I was engrossed in my duel with Julian, but how rude of me. Would you care to join us? I'd rather pass. Grandpa Gilbert! Grandpa Gilbert! Mama Nashu says you're worried that the power of life and death. I beg of you, Grandpa Gilbert, grant me life. Make me a real boy. Excuse me? Are you sure about this, son? It might sting a little. I will endure whatever I must to become a real boy. Okay then. Don't say I warned you. Like, I'm backing up a little bit. Then, let us begin. What the fuck? He has no clothes on. This body, it's everything I ever wanted. It's perfect. Thank you, Grandpa Gilbert. Thank you. Oh, but I haven't even begun. Oh, but I have not even begun to begin. Begot, guide my hammer. What the actual fuck, god damn it. God damn it. Oh my god, he's huge. Papa Hildy, I am a Mandeville man. Gigi, my son, come to your father. Let me have a look at you. Oh god, this is gonna go so bad. Papa Hildy! Gigi! God damn it. My son. Papa. What the? He's gonna punch him? Or clothesline him? Boom! Clothesline! God damn, Gigi. God damn the face. God damn. Now that brings back some memories. Papa Hildy? Oh dear. Who could have done such a thing? Gee, you were the one that did it to him. Aw, went back to normal. By the Fury, it's just like the vase from all over again, miraculously restored to its original form. Gigi, my boy, upon further consideration, I believe that this body may suit you best. It is, how shall I put this, more manageable. And much more adorable. But how can I even be accepted as your son if I remain a marmot? Is that what you've been troubling you all this time? But why didn't you say so? Mandeville is more than mere flesh and bone. He is vigor, compassion, honor, a gentleman of all seasons. Be you man or machine, it makes no difference. If they call you a marmot, you look at them in the eye and say, "Nay, I am a Mandeville marmot." But Mother, father, forgive me for not consulting with you earlier, but circumstances forced my hand. I have formally adopted Gigi as my son, and ward of House Mandeville. Yes, gods, I knew he was found of the Marmot, but did not hear that. But did you hear that, woman? Our son has gone and got himself a son. Grandpapa Gilbert! Grandpapa Gilbert! Ha! It all makes sense now. Grandpapa Gilbert and Grandmama Julian. I've been waiting years to hear those words. Grandpapa Gilbert, Grandmama Julian. Few things in life are grander than becoming a grandparent. As they say, haha. Oh shit, what did happen now? Holy shit! What the actual fuck? And what's so bloody grand about it? Holy shit, run for your lives. Holy shit. I'm not to be made grandmother to a bloody... No. I'll not be made grandmother to a bloody buggering marmot. It is past time I beat some sense into this... beat some sense into my beloved boy. Holy shit, I don't want to mess with her. Fury, take me. I heard the tale of dark nights before, but... No, it couldn't be. Now I think it was something far worse. Heretical, like as not, but be rules be damned. I'm not risking my life to find out. Oh shit, I wouldn't be in the same boat if I saw her like that. Good God. They're mad! Utterly mad! The whole damn lot of them. How's their house could rise so such prominence? I will never understand. Well, at least the Marmot seems to have overcome its existential crisis. Before today, I didn't know a Marmot could ever have an existential crisis. Existential crisis. Wait. What am I saying? It's a Marmot. Why should I care what it claims to think or feel? Fury, take me. Their idiocy is infectious. I mustn't allow myself to fall prey to it. Follow protocol, procedure. Report to your superior. One step at a time. One step at a time. Oh, who are these hooded people? Alright. Report back to the Foundation, okay. Bum bum! Okay, where is this thing? Okay, it's very close. Thank God. Right then, my superior has been informed of the Marmot's adoption by House Mandeville, as witnessed by House Forstamp, proceeding to take me to ask for my gross mishandling of the situation. That they remain convinced that the marmot is the product of heretical magnification, and had commanded me to rekindle my efforts to prove this inconventional fact, that they may prove problematic. However, as Gigi seems to have forsaken his quest to recover his memories, and thrown himself wholly into his new life as a Mandeville Mammet, casting about any hints of a case alongside his doubting father. In any event, though I do not share my superior's conviction, I think it's safe to say there is something exceedingly unusual about that marmot. You saw with your own eyes how effortlessly it restored that face, and itself to its original form. Reconstructive magic are not particularly rare, but his are unlike any I have ever seen before. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, that quest is done. Ooh, cutscene! God damn those pictures though.